of us encounter hypervisible and invisible technologies daily. If I stop typing and look at my desk, I notice a computer keyboard, monitor, and mouse, pens and pencils, some framed photos, a pad of sticky notes, a selection of books, my smartphone. All these objects are forms of technology, as are the desk itself and the chair underneath me. As unremarkable as it may seem, this assemblage of objects represents an extraordinary convergence of technologies from across ages and continents. Paper is 2,000 years old. The first known printed book dates to 868. The pencil was invented in 1795. The first photograph was taken in 1826. The ballpoint pen was created in 1938. The computer mouse was born in 1964. Sticky notes came out in 1977. The smartphone was introduced in 1992. These technologies are as far-flung geographically as they are chronologically. Paper and printed books originated in China. The pencil and photograph are French. The ballpoint pen is Hungarian. The mouse, sticky notes, and smartphone were developed in the United States. Try this yourself. What do you see? When we open our eyes to the varied origins, ages, contexts, and uses of the tools and devices around us, we begin to understand the rich and complex ways that we interact with technology. Defining music technology. This book embraces a broad understanding of technology, one that includes any tools or systems meant to transform human existence in some way. Music technology, then, encompasses tools and systems designed or used to facilitate the creation, preservation, reception, or dissemination of music. In this view, technologies of music not only include the usual suspects, devices that are new, complicated, and electronic, but also all instruments, however old or simple, as well as music notation and printing. The human body can also be considered a form of technology. When we make music with our mouths, lungs, and limbs, we manipulate our bodies as musical tools to create the sounds we desire. Singers often call their voices their instruments, and musical traditions around the world, among them African-American juba dance or hambone and the palmas of flamenco, treat bodies as percussion instruments by stomping, patting, clapping, and snapping. Musicians modify their bodies to serve their art as well. Some guitarists and banjo players grow out the fingernails of their right hand to serve as a plectrum, or pick, while many players of the sarod, a Hindustani stringed instrument, do the same with the nails of their left hand. Country music star Dolly Parton has called her acrylic fingernails musical instruments, not only treating them as guitar picks, but also using them to create percussive sounds of their own. At times, musicians' bodily modifications are more considerable, even irreversible. A castrato, for example, was a male singer castrated before puberty for the purpose of cultivating a high, flexible, and powerful voice that was prized in Europe for more than 300 years, well into the 19th century. There are two main reasons for embracing such a broad definition of music technology. First, it allows us to see continuities and relationships obscured by the tendency to focus on the novel or disruptive aspects of technology. For example, sampling, the extraction and musical repurposing of fragments of existing recordings, and mashups, the combination of two or more recordings into a single piece, are developments of the digital age and have been considered both novel and disruptive. But they are not unprecedented. Both are forms of musical quotation, a centuries-old practice. To see this connection is to understand not only that sampling and mashups are products of their times, but also that they draw from a common well of creative impulses. Second, an expansive view of technology can illuminate hidden cultural contexts and power dynamics. Technology is not an essence that inheres in some objects and not in others. It is a concept, a label that reflects values, norms, and biases. To describe something in technological terms is to recognize it and its creators as worthy of respect. In Western societies, the esteemed title of inventor has traditionally been reserved for white men. Women and people of color who have made similar contributions are less frequently recognized as inventors and are regularly denied access to technology. In music, this has meant that women composers and performers, as well as non-white musicians,
To keep listening to this audiobook for free, click the link in the description. It will take you to a free Audible trial where you can listen to this and many other books for free for 30 days.